we will have a game between our game and the nightcap against McNeese State. So the Sooners planning to head back to the hotel, grab a bite between games as Harrison, the right-handed hitting first baseman, takes strike one. 263 average for Harrison. The 0-1 misses outside. No one seemed to complain or have too many issues with the turf field for the Sooners yesterday. I did not hear any I like it more than a turf field. Here's the 1-1. Swing and miss. Changed speeds. Got her to chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind is howling in here from left field. I mean, straight into that Sooner dugout down the first base line. 1-2. A little bit up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. One more week before we cut the ribbon on Love's Field. Cannot wait. 2-2, pop foul off the netting. Next week, we're heading to Palm Springs again. That's the annual trip for the Mary Nutter Classic. If you had seen an original schedule, had us playing Notre Dame on Sunday. That is now Seattle. The Sooners will be playing on Sunday. Notre Dame had some travel issues. Change that schedule slightly, the 2-2 in the dirt. And from what I've been told, we're going to be hustling to hit the airport too after that game. I tell Jackie and Coach all the time, I always feel confident whenever I'm with you guys. If I'm by myself, I'm sure I'm going to miss it. 3-2. Popped up behind home plate. Ludlam couldn't find it at first. Now she does. Though, as you can hear in the background, it is on top of the roof here that protects the grandstand. There is no protection from the wind. I'm just going to warn you. I'll complain a few times early, then I'll get over it, and we'll be good. Maybe. We're outside amongst it. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Nice play by Jennings again. Stays down, throws a strike 2 away. Tiari Jennings getting a workout here early in this game. And here's Jane Sepulveda. Sepulveda. Exactly as it's spelled. She takes the first pitch low and away for ball 1. A lot going on in the Sooner Nation today, too. I'm telling you, this is my kind of day. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Maybe some of you wrapping up a little basketball action before you join us. Jenny Baranchek's crew looking to make it 10 in a row. Maybe some of you are waiting till that wraps up to join us. There's a good pitch on a 1-1 count. Finds the zone, a ball and 2 strikes. You basketball coming up this afternoon at 3 o'clock against Kansas. 1-2. Checked her swing, or did she? No, strike 3 called, inning over. Good first inning from Kirsten Deal, and exactly what the doctor ordered. Palima Aviu now Fale Steele in the first base coach's box, and we're ready to go in the bottom of the first inning of a scoreless game. Here's Riley Boone, lefty on lefty matchup. Madison Guidry rocks and fires and nearly hits Boone all the way to the backstop, ball 1. And immediately there's something wrong with Guidry's mask. In fact, she returns that face mask to the Lamar dugout, and she's going to go without one. 1 ball and no strikes to Boone. How nice is it whenever you decide you want to shift your leadoff spot and you're able to put Riley Boone in there, the 1-0. That off speed falls right in. One ball, one strike. Pitch to Boone. Up high. This is a bit of a unique approach from Guidry. Those that are able to follow along on the stream. Like apparently my sister. Happy birthday, Allison, a day late. I texted, that counts. You see the delay when the ball goes down before she brings it around. Unique, don't see that very often. She finds the lower edge of the strike zone. 2-2 count here to Boone. I mean, right on that bottom point, if you will, of kind of how she starts her circle. She just pauses and then brings it through. It's unique. High, ball 3. Every so often you get a little bit of that cold wind blowing in, and it's well, now it's constant. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Boone. She reaches, pokes it to short. Nice play off a hop. The throw just gets her 1 away. Here's Brito. Boone, Brito, Hansen, the first 3 in the Sooner lineup. If you missed our pregame show, little delayed pregame show today after the first game in Lamar's win over Central Arkansas, went a bit long. Brito missed the first game because she wasn't feeling well. Here's the first pitch to the right-handed hitting third baseman. Popped it on the infield. Could be trouble, though. The shortstop races all the way over to the second base side and makes the catch. Wow. 2 away. That's reminiscent of the play we had in the Central Arkansas game, where it's probably an easy play for the left fielder, and I don't know if she didn't see it or if she just had no plans to attack it. But the center fielder makes an amazing diving catch. Well, the left fielder kind of watches. The second baseman here was simply watching Kaylee Amos run all the way across the diamond to make the catch. First pitch to Kinsey Hansen in the scoreless game. 2 outs, bottom of the first is a little bit up, but it's called a strike. Ball game, unfortunately, in Morgantown. 9-game winning streak for the Sooner women's hoops team comes to an end. They fall to West Virginia 70-66. Here's the no ball, 1 strike pitch to the Sooner first baseman. Up high. A ball and a strike. Hansen started every game this year. 7 for her first 16 with 4 runs scored. Here's the 1-1. Line down the right field line, foul. God's going to get in the stands. Oh no, don't do that, sir. Sooner fan down the right field line. They've got bleachers in that area. Tried to make a barehanded catch. Not the day for that. The video shot is very deceiving of the crowd of Sooner fans they have here. They basically didn't have it to turn them away. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Hansen. In the dirt, or off the turf as it skips back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ella Parker waits on deck. I noticed one Sooner fan has figured out he can say hi to his family. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Guidry trying to set him down in order. She will not. That ball is lasered. Head out of here. Kinsey Hansen rockets one off the scoreboard beyond the left field wall. And it's 1-0 Sooner on a blast from the captain. Chalk up on the season for Kinsey Hansen, her second home run. And that was an absolute rocket. You see security. That those on the video side, the man with the blue hoodie on, they do not mess around here. They've got a security guard and an officer standing in the entrance to the grandstands. I don't know if they have people sneaking in here all the time or what, but holy smokes. Here's Ella Parker. First pitch to the DP today is a little bit low, ball one. Ella Parker had been in a battle with Sid Sanders over at first base. Sid not in the starting lineup here. She continues to make her mark as a freshman. Here's the 1-0, up and away. Should mention on that home run, which was an absolute laser. Sooner Home Runs proudly brought to you by the dedicated people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. 2 balls and no strikes to Parker. 1-0 Sooners. That off speed caught the lower edge of the strike zone. Career home run number 51 for Kinsey Hansen. She is now at 183 career runs batted in. 2-1. A little off speed over that outer edge. They don't have the radar gun up and working in left center field. But it almost looked like if the shortstop took off, she probably could have beat that ball to home plate. Way off speed. Here's the 2-2 pitch to the freshman Parker. Got it. Inning over. 59 miles an hour. There you go. With the Sooners strike first on a solo shot from Kinsey Hansen. Cameron Nienthal will lead things off. 1-0 Sooners on the solo home run from Kinsey Hansen. First pitch to the righty from Kirsten Deal is in for a strike. Riley Boone in left, Jada Coleman in center, Cassidy Pickering in right. Different look infield with Kinsey Hansen at first. Alina Torres at second, at short is Tiare Jennings, and Alyssa Brito at third with a battery of Ludlam and Deal. And this is up high on the 0-1. Always love our third inning shout-outs. Let us know where you're listening from. At OU on the air, saw the Boone family cheering on the Sooners from Broken Arrow. Gayla and the crew. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's a little bit up. 2 balls and a strike. Mark Montgomery already tuned in from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Heard from our buddy Mark Worley. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. St. Trey Linda Kerr checked in early, and it was interesting because Sooners won 2 games yesterday, 17-1. And Trey Linda, I think you felt like everyone when you heard Coach Gasso say, I was not happy. I was not happy yesterday. The 2-2 pitch just misses a little bit out. Thanks for tuning in today, Trey Linda. Full count pitch here. Oh, man, that just missed. Now the full count pitch. Yeah, there we go. That's ball 4, right? No, 3-2 here. Sorry, the scoreboard got a ball ahead. And now, wait, hold. I had ball 4. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, it's one of the few times where I actually look down at the count. I'm like, I've got this right. So, Nienthal will walk. Here's Kaylin Zongzi. Kalen Zonzi. What do you hear how this one's spelled? First pitch. Shows a bunt, takes a strike. X-A-Y-A-S-E-N-G. That's Kalen Zonzi. At least that's the pronunciation we got. If it's wrong, please let us know. I want to make sure we get this right for Kalen. Lefty. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes, so Deal, after walking the leadoff hitter, quickly jumps out on Zongzi. No balls and 2 strikes. Long look in from Kirsten. Here comes. Oh, that's a great 0-2 pitch. Caught that outer edge. Strike 3. 1 away. Second strikeout. Strikeouts this year brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union. Here's Trinity Brandon. None of you are ever going to be able to check in as early as my man Doug Hamilton does down in Hockley, Texas. Appreciate you, Doug. First pitch, a little bit low, ball 1. Game later tonight will be on ESPN Plus. We appreciate those of you who are tuned in for the free stream at Soonersports.com/TV. Soonersports.tv. Or Soonersports.com/watch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. The numbers for a 1-camera stream in the middle of a Friday afternoon were amazing. So keep doing your thing, Sooner Nation, Sooner softball fans. 1-1, pop fouling out of play. Gunny's already in from the metropolis of Porter. See Judy Brown. That's the metropolis of Porter, Oklahoma. Judy Brown is in Silver City, New Mexico. Chelsea and Virginia Beach. There's Allie out in San Pedro. Dodger Blaine and Fort Mojave. 1-2 pitch. A little bit low. I love Sooner softball. I want to do every single game, and I never want to miss one. Might be envious of some of you, though, sitting inside today. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Hard hit to second, could be 2. Shovels to short for 1 to first. No. Hanson just got pulled off the bag. Jennings with a nice throw. Nienthal is cut down at second. Brandon reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 away for Mackenzie Wright. Just 1 for 16 on the season. My man Tom Dunning brings up the question. Turf costs less to maintain than grass. UCO plays on turf, and it seems many D2 schools do too. Wonder if it's a cost factor. First pitch swinging, fouled back. I can confirm it is, yeah. But it's interesting because they have, like I guess it would be, I'll have to check with Jason Ferries or the man Scott Black, but they do have someone that maintains the turf. They'll drag it. It's sand is what's on the infield. So I think it looks cool. Here's the 0-1. A little bit low, 1-1. Larry and that St. Pete Soonerton already in. Saw our buddy Kurt Harrison up in Tulsa. Tim's in Lexington. Oh, those places all have to be warmer. 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Perry asks if the wind is howling out to right center. No, it is not howling out anywhere. But it is howling across the field. Well, now that you mention it, no. It's a little bit shifty, but I think that's in from left. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Kirsten Deal does it again. We'll continue to roll with the Sooner lineup, the new look Sooner lineup. When we come back, it'll be Jennings, Coleman, and Pickering as we head to the TRA Jennings will lead things off. 1-0 Sooners on a first inning home run from Kinsey Hansen as we head to the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to TRA is up high for a ball. OU and McNeese State coming up later on this evening. For now, it's the Sooners and the Cardinals. And there is a game, remind you a few times today, there is a game that's going to be between ours and the McNeese State game later tonight. That's a pitch that's right on the inside corner. Strike one. One ball and one strike. Log on to Soonersports.com for information about joining the Sooner Junior Kids Club. That's Soonersports.com/kids. Sooner Junior Kids Club, presented by OG&E and brought to you in part by Orthodontics exclusively, Mathis Home and Devon Energy. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Tiare. She lifts this one deep to left field at the wall. It's over the wall. It's gone. A solo shot to lead off the second from Tiare Jennings, and it's 2-0 Oklahoma. The wind is blowing in. And the Sooners have hit 2 bombs. Here's Jada Coleman. Chalk up for Tiare. Home run number 3 on the season. Meeting at the circle will be over quickly. As Jada Coleman strides to the plate. First time in a minute that we haven't seen Jada Coleman in the leadoff spot for the Sooners. Left-handed hitting center fielder. First pitch shows bunt, takes a strike. Jada on the season, 6 for 22, has scored 5 runs, has driven in 3. No balls and a strike. Line drive, back up the middle and into center field, a base hit. That one took a while to get to the cut from the infield turf to the outfield green turf, but it got there, and Jada Coleman is aboard, back-to-back hits to start the second inning, and here's Cassidy Pickering.
At the plate batting, number 7, Cassidy Pickering.
76th career home run. First pitch to Pickering. Did I say that? 76th home run for Tiare Jennings? I'm afraid to open anything because as soon as we do, it all blows away. So Tiare needed 6 runs batted in to move into number 2 all time. There's a bouncer to the left side off one hop. Nice play by the shortstop for 1. Good job by Amos. Go to first does not get Pickering. So Coleman is cut down. Pickering, though, reaches on the fielder's choice.
Now batting, number 40, Elena Torres.
So Tiare Jennings with that home run, that is her 5th run batted in of the season, which means she is now just, 5 runs batted in. She's now just 4 shy of moving into number 2 all-time on the career runs batted in list for Oklahoma. Lena Torres takes strike 1. Math. Quick math. We got to figure it out. Yep. 250 career runs batted in now for Jennings. 76 home runs. Ball gets away from the catcher just slightly on a pitch that didn't miss by much, so Pickering will advance on the pass ball, and Torres will dig in. It seems wild to look down at the stats and see Elena Torres only has 4 hits this year. It seems like she's either been on base or been in the middle of a little bit of everything for the Sooners. 2-0. Bottom of the second inning, Oklahoma leads as the right-handed hitting Torres digs in. Pickering at second. 2-0 pitch, way outside, ball 3. Saw Steve had already checked in England today. Kenny went in Texas. Nate Dogg is tuned in. Always fun whenever you see one of our fellow softball fanatics, writer Jenny Carlson, listening, watching today. Ooh, nearly hit Torres, ball 4. Here comes Riley Ludlam. We've got to find some time at some point to talk about what's going on runs-wise in college softball. The rest of the day has been canceled for now down in St. Pete, Clearwater due to inclement weather. Boy, that rain came in the middle of the Georgia route of Florida State. That was a wild downpour. Here's Riley Ludlam, first pitch, slow roller to short, to second. No, they're going to just try to throw to get Pickering at first, and they do. That was the only play. Had they tried to go to second, then they easily would have probably seen Ludlam beat it out. Pickering and Torres advance. Ludlam is retired 6-3, and we had mentioned this could be 2 outs. Riley Boone will face Joe. First pitch, way in, ball 1. You say way in. Boone's doing a good job of hugging that inside chalk line. Now she a little bit more in the middle of the box. Here's the 1-0 pitch from the righty. Little low. First time up, Riley Boone grounded out to Amos at short. And with a 2-0 count, Brandon over at third is playing even with the bag, as is Harrison at first. Might be a spot here where Boone can lay one down. Here's the 2-0. She checks her swing, takes it way outside. Looked like that might have been take all the way for ball 3. Here we go. 3-0 pitch is ball 4. And Jolin walks Riley Boone. There we go. Was a freshman last year. Combined with Alana Thede for a complete game shutout against Cal State Bakersfield last year. That's a former Sooner. Jolin out of Anchorage, Alaska by way of South Anchorage High School. Base is juiced for Brito. 2-0. First pitch, low and in, ball 1. Brito popped out to short on the first pitch she saw her last time up. Walk to Riley Boone is the second free pass that Boone has drawn so far this season. Here's the 1-0. Way inside, ball 2. The weather might not be good, but the vibes in the dugout for the Sooners are definitely high. Dancing, singing, yelling. Here's the 2-0. Ball 3. And that's going to draw a quick trip to the circle from right. They're using the sidearm instead of the, I guess it would be considered StatCast this weekend. I bring that up just because I'm very old school and set in my ways, and I'm big on the StatCast. You can kind of quickly see the pitches and the mistakes, but that's 7 pitches from Sabrina Jolin, and all of them are balls so far. 2-0 Sooners. Bases loaded though. Bottom of the second, pardon me. Ball 4, and that'll do it for Jolin. A bases loaded walk. Moves everybody up 60 and gives a run batted in. Doesn't look like she's amassed any pitching stats so far this season. She's played in 1 game as a pinch runner and scored a run. There we go. 4 innings, 2 hits against Tennessee State. Did allow a run, struck out 3. Lamar won that game 7-1. Here we go. Bases loaded for K9. Kinsey Hansen homered her last time up. First pitch, in for a strike. This inning started with a leadoff home run from T.R.A. Jennings. Jada Coleman singled and then was forced out on the fielder's choice by Pickering. A walk to Torres, a ground out by Ludlam, a walk to Boone and Brito. 2 runs in, it's 3-0. Here's the 0-1. Well, that caught the inside corner, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Dude in the blue cap in front of us has been moved by security at least 5 times. Hansen gets the time call here. Behind on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Brito at first, Boone at second. Standing at third, that's the Sooner second baseman, Alina Torres. The 0-2 pitch, up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. See if the Sooners can blow this thing open with a big hit from Hansen. Already has the home run in the first inning. Behind the 1-2, the pitch. Reaches, hits it hard towards second. Nice job staying down on it by Sepulveda. Gloves throws and gets her. Inning is over. Sooners strand, the base is loaded, but add 2. And as we head to the third, it's Oklahoma 3, Lamar nothing. Here we go to the third. Sooners up 3-0, back to work for Kirsten Deal. Sooners faced 3 different pitchers in that second inning. Added their lead. It's now 3-0. Kind of a frustrating inning to strand. The base is loaded as the first pitch. That just missed a little bit out to the 8-hole hitter, Brooke Davis. I want to make this very clear, too, before anyone tries to call me out. I am prepared. I have everything warm on you could possibly have on. The 1-0 pitch. That's on the inside corner for a strike. Jacket, extra pants. I came prepared, people. This was, oof. We are out in it, just behind home plate, next to the camera, as that pitch misses up. 2 balls and a strike. So far, pretty good from Kirsten Deal. She's looked solid through 2 innings. Falling behind on a few counts, though. Wouldn't mind seeing her jump out a little bit early. Here's the 2-1. Good spot there. Outside corner, strike 2. Third inning shout-outs is always brought to you by our good friends at Century Roofing. Century Roofing, on guard for Oklahoma. Here's the 2-2. Ooh, what a spot. Caught that outer edge, called strike 3. That is the 4th strikeout of the game for Kirsten Deal. Strikeouts brought to you by the good people of Tinker Federal Credit Union. 1 away for Kaylee Imos. Right-handed hitting Amos digs in. First pitch from Deal is a little bit up. Saw our buddy Greg Scallion had checked in from Compete Barbecue team. Larissa Holquin has the earbud in while she's watching OU basketball inside the LNC. That's what I'm talking about. Here's the 1-0. Ooh, just a little bit up. Heard from our buddy John Hoover over at allsooners.com. He shares the same opinion I do about certain statistical numbers. Jimmy Akers is in Durant today. Cabo is in the chicken house. Courtney Goff has us tuned in Houston. 2-0 is fouled straight back, 2-1. The Lees with their grandsons, Mason and Miles, in Cedar Park, Texas. Ooh, Jet City Jen is tuned in on a ferry in New Zealand. How about that? 2-1, swing and a miss. Don't think that hit anything. It might have just popped out of the glove of Ludlam. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deal brings it home. Stays up high. Sooners were ready too, just This cold spell, this windy day did not catch them by surprise. Gary, the equipment manager brought a little bit of everything for this road trip for him. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Kirsten Deal. Dealing. Second strikeout of the inning, fifth of the game. That'll bring up Shanita Tucker. Grounded out to short to start this game for Lamar. Top of the third inning, 3-0 Sooners. The lefty matchup. Right on the outer edge, strike one. Tim B's in Lawton, Bob's in Holland, Iowa. There's Tracy Webster checking in from Austinville, Virginia. William watching at the Jersey Shore. Here's the 0-1, bounced back to Deal. Deal stumbles, shovels, and gets her. The turf monster got Kirsten Deal. She's okay and gets the out. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Deal has retired 4 straight. No. First pitch to Ella Parker to start the third inning is a little bit up. Ball one. 3-0 Sooners as we head to the bottom of the third inning. 3 runs on 3 hits, including 2 home runs for the Sooners on this windy day. The 1-0 misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Parker was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. The only strikeout has been registered against the Sooners so far today. Unique lineup for the Sooners. Riley Boone in the leadoff spot. Jada Coleman at 6th spot. Here's the 2-0. In for a strike, 2-1. Kinsey Hansen getting the start at first. If you heard in the pregame show, Patty Gasso was not happy. So she mixed some things up with the lineup, and well, it's worked so far. Sooners out to the early lead. Here's the 2-1. Hard hit ball, right side. An easy play, though, at second for Sepulveda's, who the throw pulled the first baseman off the bag. She missed the tag. There we go. The umpire, terrible at their jobs. Called her out at first when she wasn't even touched. Now, I do not blame by any stretch of the imagination Amy Hooks coming out to argue this, because our first base umpire is listed as Annie Foster. And at first, I don't know if the umpire thought that she had stayed on the bag or what, but it seemed pretty clear that she was pulled off the bag, and indeed she is. It's going to be an error. But regardless, Parker's aboard. As this conversation continues, thanks to Florida Sooner, tuned in from rainy Daytona Beach. Aces in Plant City, Florida. There's Alan Moody down in Fort Worth. The Kitches are at the LNC to watch OU take on the Jayhawks. Listen in. Melanie and Brent from Seattle. Jim's in Edmond. Appreciate you all tuning in on this cold and windy Saturday morning. Here's the first pitch to Tiare. She shows bunt, pulls it back, runner goes. The throw is on line on time, and they got her. And that, for Oklahoma on the season, I have it as their first caught stealing. I'll double check on the full stats. But they get Ella Parker. And now Tiare Jennings will bat with the bases empty after homering in the second. Here's the 1-0. A little bit in. 2 balls and no strikes. Todd and Shelley are tuned in from St. Louis. Our buddy Chris Brazel's tuned in from Norman. Oh, they're going to shift on Tiare. Look at this. Lamar did this a couple of times yesterday. 3 infielders on the left side of the infield. A 2-0 count to Jennings. Only one on the right side. Jennings takes a strike. The Wassermans are in where are you guys, San Antonio? Tune in on Soonersports.com/watch. I'm not going to lie. I love being outside. This is a game where I would take a press box seat. The 2-1 is grounded right to that left side. Right into that shift, though. Long throw. Jennings almost beat it out. Got her, though, 2 away. That'll bring up Jada. Amy's in Wichita doing chores between innings. Tyler and Jay from Greenwood, Arkansas. Jan Thompson's in Willow, Oklahoma. Here's Jada. Two outs, 3-0 Sooners, looking to try to avoid essentially a 1-2-3 inning as the first pitch is in for a strike. No balls and a strike. Pickering waits on deck. Here's the pitch to Coleman. Up high. Mickey had checked in. Strikes. Nick is totally cracking up listening to you react to the cold when you all go to commercial break. I know you said you're prepared, but that wind must be brutal. Yeah, if you're watching along on Soonersports.tv, we're live during the breaks, and every so often I'll let out a brutal reaction to the cold. The 1-1 way outside, 2-1. Dennis is in San Diego, not that Travis. And his kid Eleanor are tuned in prior. Two balls and a strike here to Jada Coleman. Singled and was forced out at second in her first at bat. Takes a strike, 2-2, and as our buddy Jessica Boehm has pointed out, they lost the OSU game when Jada didn't start. She was 12-0 as a starter, though, in the 6th spot in the lineup in the 2022 season. A little different look near the top. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Jada rips one to right field, but right after right fielder Davis who makes the catch, and that won't make Coach happy. Though it was hit hard, it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Sooners. We head to the 4th. It's 3-0. Oklahoma leads Lamar, and the first pitch misses up and away for ball one of the 2-hole hitter, Veronica Harrison. Harrison's 0 for 1, grounded out to short her last time up. 1-0 pitch misses high, 2 balls and no strikes. I have hand warmers, Gayla. You'd be proud of me. We got the hand warmers. Here's the problem. As the 2-0 pitch is popped foul off the net, I have plenty of covering for my body. Got a coat. Ears are fine. It's this wind is blowing right into our faces. It is amazing and brutal. But it's let up a bit here as Kirsten Deal goes back to work. Long look. This might be a delay. It's not. Here's the 2-1. A little bit up. 3-1. That was about as long and as close as we've seen someone push it to that 20-second mark. Three-one, swing and a miss, strike 2. Remember, new timing rules this year, and probably a little bit unfair to say timing and new. They've been in place, they're just being enforced now. And we got a clarification on the Jada Coleman at bat the other day. There's a pop-up left side that's well out of play. I am never saying that the wind let up, because as soon as I did, it picked up to another level. They're being a little bit, I don't want to say lenient by any stretch of the imagination, but early in the season, there being a little bit more, maybe a warning here or there. 3-2 is ripped foul. That's one of the hardest hit balls Lamar has had today. Oof. This is a stark difference weather-wise from what we had last week, or even yesterday. Yesterday was really, really nice here. Deal has worked back to a full count here. 3 balls and 2 strikes, looking for her 5th strikeout of the game. Did she get it? They're going to check to see if they went. Nope. A walk. Second time in 3 innings. Second time today that Kirsten Deal has walked the leadoff hitter. So Diane checked in. She's tuned in from Tulsa today. Randy is out in Maryland. Our guy over at the Home Run Tracker is on the slopes. Karen and Robin are tuned in from Grand Junction, Colorado. Thanks to everyone for making us a part of their Saturday afternoon. We'll keep you up to date on that basketball game as well when it tips off in about 10 minutes. And OU baseball tonight at 7. Meetings are over. First pitch is a strike to Sepulveda. She couldn't believe it. A strikeout victim back in the first. 3-0 Sooners. Watching Riley Boone out in left field jump around to stay warm. Here's the 0-1. A little bit out. Now suddenly that strike zone is starting to tighten up just a bit. Looks like Jada Coleman's added a hoodie underneath that uniform here. Tiari Jennings blowing in her hands to keep it warm but short. The 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Nienthal waits on deck. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Deal. It's up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So you women, Coach Baranchek's crew fall on the road in a tough place. West Virginia 70-66 though. Sooners have a 2-game lead for the top spot though in the Big 12. Probably be cut down to 1 after today. Here's the 2-2. Oh, just missed. Full count. Page and the OU Club of Tulsa. Paige Cole and that crew up there tuned in today as well. Appreciate everyone. 3-2. Swing and a miss. There you go, Kirsten Deal. Gets the strikeout. That is the 6th strikeout of the game for Deal. And here comes Coach Gasso right around there. So maybe they warm up inside the indoor. Coach Gasso's meeting is over. First pitch is outside. Good job by Ludlam to keep it from getting to the backstop. Ball 1 to Cameron Nienthal, who walked her last time up. Nienthal just 3 for 17 on the season. Has scored a run, though. Here's the 1-0. Pop foul off the net. Strike 2. Or strike 1. OU baseball will look to even up its record. That should be a good one tonight against Tennessee. Tennessee beat Tech last night. A ball and a strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Kirsten Deal. Another K. That's her 7th on the game. Strikeouts this year. Brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union. And what a day to have that sponsorship. 2 away. Here's Kalen Zanzi, with a runner at first now and 2 outs. OU looking to keep its 3-zip lead. Deal looking to work around the leadoff walk. First pitch is right on the outside corner, strike one. No defensive changes as of yet for the Sooners. Kinsey Hansen at first. Alina Torres at second. Jennings at short with Brito at third. Boone in left, Coleman in center, Pickering in right. Here's the 0-1. A little bit too far out as Riley Ludlam goes out and gets it. The DJ has the same amount of care for time between pitches and stepping out as we do. 1-1, swing and a miss, strike two. And this is not, by the way, a knock on either Lamar or at all, but Kirsten Deal is doing what she should be doing to Lamar. 7 strikeouts, hasn't allowed a hit. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A little bit up, 2-2. Walk to Nienthal in the second. Brandon then reached on the fielder's choice, and a walk to Harrison to lead off the fourth. Though looking to end it without any damage. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her. The 8th strikeout of the game for Kirsten Deal. Oh, she's dealing in the cold. Pickering, Torres, and Riley Ludlam, 7, 8, and 9 for the Sooners. Up 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch to Pickering is ripped to right field. It's down for a hit. Leadoff single for Cassidy Pickering. She's aboard. Here comes Alina Torres. Brad Bunning asks a good question. So can you give your opinion or feedback that you've heard from players on the turf and the field? Appears to be all turf. Pitchers like it. Batters? His Love's going to be natural surface. I can answer the last first. Everything about Love's is a natural surface. So I retweeted it yesterday, the picture of them putting the sod down, putting the field down. It looks awesome. Here's Alina Torres. Walked her last time up, shows bunt, takes it low for a ball. Good job behind home plate by Wright to block it. You know, we get some time between games, Brad. I'll ask a little bit more. We're going to talk to Coach again for the pregame show for the nightcap. So we'll ask around a little bit, kind of see what everyone thinks about it. Like I said, there hasn't been anything overly negative. A 1-0 pitch. Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw is way wide and into center field, but good job backing it up by Tucker. Nothing overly negative, nothing. I don't think anyone has said I would never play on a turf field, but I also don't think it's one of those where you've had like some sort of endorsement or push to say, let's go put this in everywhere. A ball and a strike. Torres getting the start at second for the first game today, the 1-1. Ooh, she swung through a 54-mile-an-hour pitch. Way out in front of it. Ball and 2 strikes. We get into a second inning of work here for Valley. Here's the 1-2. That didn't miss by much. Two balls and 2 strikes. Pickering at second. She has the stolen base. Here's the pitch. Boy, that just missed low. Good take by Torres. I'm not going to lie. We joked about this last night on the broadcast. Whenever I heard it was a turf field, I thought it just meant the outfield. I thought they just meant turf around it. And when we Saw it was all turf, everything. I was thrown off. It looks like dirt. The 3-2. Bounce towards short softly. The Westmore product up with it. Throws. Got her at first. Nice play by Amos. There's one away. Pickering does advance to third. Here's Riley Ludlam. Ludlam grounded out to short her last time up. Caitlin Fournier. Her parents and her nephew Auden are watching in from Florida. Joe and the crew and Auden, thanks for listening in down in Florida, watching today. Here's Riley Ludlam. First pitch to the Sooner catcher is in the dirt, ball one. Now, Jason Ferries asks a good question. Are there different shoes that they wear? They don't wear their spikes. So it's a little different. I know I could get Garrett going on that. We'll have to wind him up between games. The 1-0. Lifted foul and out of play. It's just a different feel, right? It's something that we see. It's not unique that it isn't anywhere in college softball. We have it in Oklahoma, but couldn't even kind of remember the last time the Sooners played on an all-turf field. We started digging through. Ball and a strike. 3-0 Sooners. Ludlam looking to add to it. The 1-1 pitch is up high 2-1. Allie, the pitcher for Lamar, 5 2/3 on the season. She's allowed 3 hits, has struck out 3, has an ERA of 1.24. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Way up. 3-1. Top of the lineup, Riley Boone waits on deck. Do we want basketball updates? Are you guys trying to tape this thing and be surprised by it? Give a few score updates here and there. I'll make sure to give you a heads up. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Ludlam is aboard. Patty Gasso immediately walks down. I'm sure we'll see a pinch runner here. It is something. Yeah, Gary watching Old Glory get brutalized out in center field. It's coming right for us. All right, 1st and 3rd for Boone here. 1 out, 3-0 Sooners. The pitch to Boone. Bunts it foul. Like a bit of a safety squeeze there. Well, we're going to have a trip to the circle here. And in his opinion, softball and baseball on grass should be a law. Well, it's not here. All right, meeting's over. It's an 0-1 count to Boone after the missed bunt. 1st and 3rd, 1 out, the pitch. Rips one down the right field line, foul. It is by no means a knock, but they are doing their due diligence to make sure the only way you're getting into these grandstands is if you have your ticket or your pass. No balls and 2 strikes to Boone. Here's the pitch from Valley. Way outside, off to second goes Bland without a throw. You guys can have your debate if you want to give that a stolen base or not. It is to me. There's a ball and 2 strikes. To Riley Boone. The pitch. Oh, she went and got one and ripped it into right field. 1 run scores. Here comes Bland. A 2-run single from Riley Boone on a ball in her eyes that she pounded past the first baseman. Boone is fine, just fine in that leadoff spot. It's 5-0 Sooners. Another 2 RBI day from Riley Boone. I mean, that was in her eyes. She said, give me that. Here's Alyssa Brito. How about Gayla's kid going up and getting one and smoking it? Brito on the day walked and popped out to short and takes strike one. Not in that order. Popped out to short in the first, walked in the second. She bats here with the Sooners on top 5-0. The bottom of the fourth inning. Score 3 more, please. Please. Here's the 0-1. Popped up, but without a win, who knows? It might blow back in. It will not. Oh, yeah, that's a good question, Dr. Walden. Dr. Susan Walden said, did you know why security kept chasing the guy away? Also, Men's Gymnastics took care of business because he wasn't sitting in a seat. I'm telling you what, they're like pros. They're pros here, man. They're not messing around. They know if you're in the wrong seat, if you move over to start filming or doing anything, they're going to chase you back. Here's the 0-2. A little bit up, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So in that 0 for 1 day so far in a walk, Brito going to add to what's already been a fantastic weekend at 3 hits here last night, including an absolute bomb beyond the left center field wall. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Brito. Oh, they got him. Good pitch right on that inside corner. Seemed like it kind of fooled Brito. 2 away for Kinsey Hansen. Karen's tuned in from Woodward, Oklahoma, where she woke up to snow. Oh, there's my buddy Jerry Isbell who's tuned in. They are staunch here. Staunch, Jerry. Joe Miller Field. But they're all awesome. They're all fun. Boone's at first, 2 outs. Here's the first pitch to Hansen. Tried to check her swing. Couldn't. Strike 1. Yep. Hansen's 1 for 2 with a home run. No balls and a strike. Right-handed hitting Hansen waits on the pitch from the right-handed pitching Valley and misses low and in. Angela and Doug are tuned in with us from Atlanta today. Now, good question, Ralph. What kind of shoes are they wearing? I think they're just wearing their normal, like, warm-up shoes that they would have. Different type of cleats, if you will. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Hansen. Way early, bounces it foul down the third baseline. Mark Stanley hits us up on the shout-out line, if you will. Says Norman High had the turf infield. We'd see a lot of opponents unfamiliar with the surface that slide past second and third a lot. Sooners worked on that when they came out here the other night, when they got here on Thursday. But we've seen a couple players nearly slide past. Here's the 1-2. Boy, that's a good breaking ball that misses outside. I mean, that's a really good pitch, but it missed out. Two balls and 2 strikes. Hansen's ready. So is Valley. The pitch. Ripped foul. I think I've brought this up a few times, but just for those that missed it, there got a fairly significant break between these 2 games, and luckily the hotel is close enough where the Sooners can go back, warm up, get a little bite to eat before game 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Gets on top of one, bounces it to short. Nice play by Amos. Goes to the bag and forces out Boone. And that'll do it for the Sooners in the fourth. But OU adds to its lead, and as we head to the fifth, it's 5-0 Sooners. The fifth innings this season brought to you by the Hal Smith Restaurant Groups. Welcome to the fifth inning, presented by Hal Smith Restaurant Group. Enjoy great dining experiences at any of our restaurants. 5-0 Sooners. As we head to the fifth, Oklahoma leads Lamar in the first pitch from Kirsten Deal. Misses a little bit out. Trinity Brandon, the third baseman, leading things off. Brandon's 0 for 1, but reached on a fielder's choice. The 1-0 pitch misses high ball, too. Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores, proud sponsors of Sooner Softball, farm fresh for over 50 years. Deal wants a new softball. That's what I was going to ask about. Oh, my gosh, I just realized that. We're sitting here, and I had dinner after the game sitting with Coach Rocha and Ryan Wondrosik. We wanted to ask about all the different softballs in play yesterday. The 2-0 pitch is in. First strike, 2-1. We saw Kelly Maxwell in particular won a lot of softballs, or ask for a new softball. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Deal has struck out 8. Looking to add to that. Been one of the best games we've seen her pitch in a Sooner uniform. And what a time to have it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deal. Fouled off. Do you know what? I'm just going to tell Sean. I heard from my buddy Sean on the shout-outs. Sean, that's the third different person that has sent me that in some way, shape, or form about security. That's hilarious. 2-2 is up high, 3-2. Auditioning for their roles, at Mitchell Park? Is that what you guys are saying? And every time I talk about the staunch security here? We don't know what it's going to look like in Love's Field. It might be stauncher. The 3-2. Grounded foul, if stauncher is a word. People of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas are on the job 24/7, producing the energy to fuel modern life. They're also voluntarily restoring thousands of acres of land for 20,000 orphan wells to date, plus contributing millions to our state schools each year. Hear all their stories at oerb.com/Mike Rowe. 3-2 pitch popped up again. I think I'm going to take Gayla Boone's advice. I think I'm going to go between games and get one of those good old-fashioned face masks that we used to have. Do they still make those that we had when we were kids? 2 holes for the eyes and 1 for your mouth. I wonder how that would make the broadcast sound. Here's the 3-2. There's a base hit into center field. First hit of the game. Coleman cuts it off before it can get to the wall and gets it back in quickly to hold Trinity Brandon to a single. That's the first hit of the game for Lamar. Had a base runner last inning. Here's Wright. Mackenzie Wright, the catcher. A little bit of a tough start to the season for Mackenzie Wright. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Just 1 for 17 on the season. First pitch just missed. Ball 1. OU McNeese State tonight. It's our middle game here. The pitch, check to swing high. We'll get an update from the time is called. Riley Ludlam's going to go out and chat here briefly. I hope briefly. With Kirsten Deal. Game 1 of the day involved a run rule win for Lamar as they beat Central Arkansas. 4 o'clock today is the Central Arkansas McNeese State game. And we get Central Arkansas tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. So Central Arkansas McNeese State will be the next game here. The 2-0 is popped up, shallow right field, calling it off and calling off everyone is Cassidy Pickering, who makes the catch in foul territory for the first out. One away, here's Davis. So, Lamar Central Arkansas started today. Lamar won that game. Sooners lead at 5-0 here in the fifth inning over Lamar. McNeese State and Central Arkansas at 4, and then we'll wrap up today against McNeese State at 6:30 tonight. First pitch a little bit up, ball one. And then all the four teams that are here each have a game on the final day, so nobody's getting out early. 1-0 pitch. In for a strike. Davis, a strikeout victim her last time up, was caught looking. The right fielder, Brooke Davis. One ball, one strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 11 a.m. for the Sooners and Central Arkansas. And then tomorrow, and then on Sunday, the Cowgirl Classic will wrap up, or Cowgirl Challenge, will wrap up with Lamar and McNeese State. 1-2 pitch misses high, 2-2. Last week was the Cowgirl Classic. This week is the Cowgirl Challenge. Next week is the Cowgirl Classic 2. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got her. 9th strikeout of the day for Kirsten Deal, and there's 2 away. And that'll bring to the plate Kaylee Amos. She is an Oklahoma product, is Amos, out of Westmore. First pitch a little bit up high, ball one. During her senior season, the sophomore helped lead Westmore to the state championship game. Time is called. Played with the Epic Premier Under-18 travel ball team. A 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. While at Westmore, so what would that be? 2023 her freshman season, so the 2022 state title for Westmore. Hit .691 with 14 home runs and 46 runs batted in. That's good. Here's the 1-1. Misses high. She's played well at short today, too. Man, Oklahoma softball, not just obviously what the Sooners are doing, but to see players out of the state go places and succeed and should go in IA levels. A 2-1 is up high. Kinsey Hansen's going to jog towards the circle and make sure all is right with the youngster. Now let's give you a hoops update after this 3-1 pitch. So if you're trying to avoid anything basketball, we're going to get you a score update. After this 3-1 pitch, here it comes from Deal. Strike two. 10:35 to go in the first half. 15-11 Oklahoma. But Kansas hasn't scored in the last 2 minutes, and Oklahoma hasn't made a field goal in the last 3:35. 5-0 here, Sooners. Check swing foul. They call that a strikeout? They are. They're going to say strikeout. That was weird. It looked like it had hit off the bat, but I guess not. I guess it just popped out of the glove of Ludlam, and Amy Hooks is going to argue the call, but no, she's not. A low-key 10th strikeout. How about that? 5-0 Sooners as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. We'll tell you about the new pitcher for Lamar as Ella Parker digs in. The left-handed hitting DP today. First pitch, right on that outer edge for strike one. New pitcher for Lamar is Karina Mitchell. So Mitchell takes over in the circle. Righty rocks and fires the 0-1 pitch. A little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Amos, 6 1/3 on the season, 3.32 ERA. Oh, those are Vail stats. Excuse me. We'll get an updated look at the new pitcher stats. After this 0-1, misses a little bit low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Five 5-1 Sooners. Bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Oh, I missed out too. Scoreboard has it 2-1. Are we at 3-1 right now? There we go. 3 balls and a strike. Very rarely happens when I can get one of those right. The 3-1. Strike 2. Kariana Mitchell, a righty. Palm Bay, Florida, by way of Vieira High School. 28 games last season, started 18 of them. Was 5-11 with a 4.38 ERA. Carolina Charlotte transfer. The 3-2 pitch. Pop foul. It's going to get out of play. This is her second appearance this season against Tarleton State earlier this year. 3 innings, 4 hits, gave up 3 runs. 2 of them earned in those 3 innings. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to the freshman. Headed home. Check swing, ball 4. Parker advances. Parker reaches. Second time she's reached today. In the 3rd, she reached on an error but was thrown out stealing. And here's the shift. Oh, Patty Gasso lost her call sheet. Thing kept blowing and blowing to give you an idea of the wind, and Coach just finally stomped that bad boy down. Tiare's 1 for 2 with a home run. Here's the first pitch. Ooh, that's a beauty. Drops in for a strike from Mitchell. Good vibes as well for the Sooner basketball team. That score, get one more quick update on that after this 0-1 pitch to Jennings. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes strike 2. All right, quick little 6-0 run. OU men up 23-16 over Kansas with 8 minutes to go in the first half. No balls and 2 strikes to TRA here. 5-zip Sooner lead. Nearly hits her way in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scores from across the country is always brought to you by Air Comfort Solution, your total home solution. For plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical, make the winning call today. Day is done. St. Pete, Clearwater, rain. Jennings reaches and fouls at this one off. But a lot of action still going on. So big game still scheduled for tonight. We're keeping our eyes on Puerto Vallarta right now, top of the 6th inning. Mississippi State, Sam Ricketts trying to upset Clemson. They're up 5-2 in that game, top of the 6th. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Jennings. Hard hit ball to short. This could be 2. Stepping on the back for 1. Jennings too fast. Beats it out off the nice throw from Amos. Tiare reaches with the fielder's choice. In Tucson right now, bottom of the 2nd inning, Arkansas leads Arizona 2-0. Alabama trying to close out a win over Virginia. They lead them 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Missouri 5, North Texas 0. Boy, this scoreboard really got me optimistic here as Jada Coleman digs in, singled, and is flied out today, misses low. I'm on the D1 softball scoreboard, and they already have the OU Lamar score as final 8-0. From your website, what is it? From your mouth to God's ear, is that what they say? Is that the saying? From your misrepresentation of the score here to my ear, let's go. The 1-0 falls in for a strike. So Jada hitting in the 6th spot. Sooners were perfect in the 2022 season when they batted Jada in the 6th hole. First time since Bedlam 2022 that she's not been in a leadoff spot. Thanks to our insider Jessica Bain for helping us out there. Here's the 1-1. Coleman lays down a bunt back to the circle. No one's covering the bag in time, and Coleman beats it out. A 2-hit day for Jada Coleman, and here's Cassidy Pickering. She's 1 for 2. Stolen a base, scored 2 runs. A game between Alabama and Georgia in the Easton Bama Bash has just gone final. Alabama's won it 3-2. Pickering digs in. First pitch, in for a strike. California beat Virginia in extra innings today, 6-5. Heck of a start for California. And we lost some good games today with this weather in Florida. Here's the 0-1, missing low. UCLA, Tennessee was slated for it tonight. LSU, Washington. Minnesota, Georgia. Well, things were interesting between UCF and Wisconsin last night. Had a couple chippy games so far this year. Here's the 1-1 to Pickering. Low ball 2. And real quick from the Big 12, we'll check a couple more scores. Iowa State got a nice win over UC Santa Barbara, 11-9. Tech beat Tulsa. Texas Tech beating Tulsa down in San Marcos, 3-2. Here's the 2-1 to Pickering, low ball 3. In fact, Tech's day is already done in San Marcos. Beat Tulsa 3-2, then knocked off Texas State 4-1. LSU came back to beat Oklahoma State 7-6. That OSU game tonight rained out. Iowa State and Bradley just underway. Early 2-zip lead for BYU over Cal State Fullerton. They've already beaten Memphis 12-5 today. Score is brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions. Here's the 3-1 to Pickering. Line drive foul, left side out of play. Here the Sooners have never really been in doubt, but this game just staying tight. Three balls and 2 strikes. Jennings at first, or pardon me, Coleman at first, Jennings at second. The pitch, reaches, pokes it into left field, base hit. They'll hold everyone up. Jennings at third, Coleman at second. It's a 2-hit day for Cassidy Pickering. Here's Alina Torres. Only 1 out. Travis Davidson, my buddy, said someone could plank hot apple cider to the booth stat. You would be under the impression that I'm in a booth. That would be misconception, my man. Cole is cheering in. Cheering on TRA from Lomita, California. Thanks for tuning in today, Cola. Let's see if we can end this thing right here. Base is loaded. Alina Torres, first pitch, in for a strike. A win today would extend the Sooners' all-time record-setting winning streak to 60 straight games. See if TRA can walk it off. Torres. Grounder to third. They're going to come home. No, they're going to throw to first. Jennings will score to make it 6-0. Coleman was dancing around at third. Thought they might try to go for the force out at home. And in fact, little conversation between Amos and the third baseman, Brandon. Maybe she felt like the only play she had was at first. It's 6-0 Sooners. That scored T.R.A. Jennings, so it's an RBI ground out for Torres. There's 2 outs for Ludlam. Second and third. Called strike to Ludlam on the outside corner. Ludlam walked in the fourth. Her pinch runner, Maya Bland, stole a base and then scored on the 2-run fourth-inning single for Riley Boone, who waits on deck. Rounded out to short, though, in the second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line drive, left field, down for a hit. Coleman will score. Here comes Pickering. The throw is cut off. Win column Sooners. A walk-off. 2-run single from Riley Ludlam. And the Sooners take it in a run rule fashion and extend the greatest winning streak in the history of college softball to 60 straight games.